There are 5 steps in the production process of Scotch whiskey. The first is malting. Soak the barley in water, spread it out on a malting floor, and leave it to germinate. The barley is constantly being turned to ensure the germination is consistent, checking moisture and temperature levels daily. At the end of the drying process, if a smoky flavor is desired, the barley may be placed in a malt kiln and dried with a peat fire. It is at this point that smoky characteristics are imparted into the whiskey. Note that the malting process amounts to 2/3 of the total cost of making whiskey. After the barley is dried, it must be milled into a flour-type substance called grist. Since most distilleries don't do their own maltings, milling the barley is the first step at the distillery. Step 2. Mashing. Place the grist or milled barley into a mash tun and add hot water. This will simply produce a sugary liquid called wort, which is used for fermentation. Step 3. Fermentation. Since the sugars are now present, yeast is added and the mixture is left to ferment in large wooden, sometimes steel vats, known as washbacks. After 2 to 4 days of fermentation, the end product is called wash. At this point, the alcohol is 6 to 8%, just like beer. Step 4. Distillation. The wash is heated in a copper pot still, and the alcohol evaporates. Rising up through the copper tubing, it is cooled in the condenser and brought back to a liquid. This end liquid is whiskey. Step 5. Maturation. The whiskey is placed into oak barrels and left for at least 3 years in a warehouse in order to be called Scotch whiskey. This is also the stage at which all color is imparted into the whiskey. Once bottled, whiskey is not like wine. It does not incur further changes with age. Once a bottle is sealed, it can last forever. Once opened, the bottle will eventually go off, but not anytime soon. It is dependent on how much whiskey is still in the bottle, so if you have a bottle with 1 sip left and you're saving it for one special occasion that might be 10 years from now, do not save it. It will go off.